Marvel Mods has done, and is continuing to do, numerous things for Marvel Ultimate Alliance. So much so that it feels like an oasis compared to some things happening in Marvel's recent comic output. Desire to see some really bad creative decisions and narrative retcons pumped up by Marvel throughout the years wiped from existence? You're probably nodding yes to that question. Well, we at Marvel Mods decided to create our own universe. Welcome to Earth 7150, or 7150, however you wish to say it. This is the designation for the universe we created that is basically Marvel's Earth 616, but with some things changed, erased, or completely ignored. Let's dive right in to show you what our universe is like. First up, Spider-Man. Remember the events of the story entitled One More Day, where Peter was forced to make a deal with Mephisto and give up his marriage? Well, in our universe, that never happened. Nope. In Earth 7150, Peter and MJ are still married, growing together, and helping each other through thick and thin. Aunt May did suffer that attack, but Peter and MJ find other ways to save her life. Okay, so our universe recognizes Null as a dark god and the creator of the symbiotes. However, remember the spider symbol that appeared first on Julia Carpenter and later on the black-suited Spider-Man? Well, it was retconned to say that it's a symbol connected to spider dragons. Really, guys? Spider dragons? We don't think so. That just doesn't line up with how Julia got it. She wasn't bonded to any symbiote. Nah, it was just a cool design she was wearing during Secret Wars that Peter liked so much, he adopted it for himself when the symbiote bonded with him. It was said that the superior Spider-Man, Dr. Otto Octavius, had accepted Mephisto's offer to once again become Dr. Octopus. Well, the superior Spider-Man mod that I made is from a universe where he rejected that deal, and now fights in Earth 7150. We feel that Mephisto is not a Spider-Man villain and really shouldn't be involved in his stories. In our universe, the Midnight Suns deal with him. And by the way, we're keeping the Midnight Suns with an O, not with a U, like in the upcoming 2022 turn-based video game. Now, to the Avengers. In 2016, Captain America Steve Rogers issue 1 ended when he uttered the phrase that he would never say. Hail Hydra. It's safe to say that angered everyone, including us. Because of all the deserved negative backlash, Marvel tried to save face by saying it was actually an alternate reality Steve Rogers who said that, and became the Hydra Supreme. Okay, fine. But if Cap's personality or history suddenly changed like that again, well, just ignore it. The hammer of Thor named Mjolnir suddenly became sentient after Jane Foster became the new Thor. No it didn't. Not in our universe. For us, only Odin decides who is worthy of wielding the hammer. Oh, and nothing Nick Fury says or ever make him and other gods unworthy all of a sudden. That's just ludicrous. Remember the Shroud? It was said that he was forced into retirement from vigilante work for reasons of insanity. Why? Sure, he looks like Cloak, but he's a different character from Tyrone Johnson. No need to get rid of him. So? No, he didn't retire. In our universe, he got the professional help he needed from Doc Samson, and now comes out of retirement as the Shroud, only for his wife, Julia Carpenter's sake. Nightwatch. It was retconned in She-Hulk Volume 3, Issue 12, that Nightwatch was really some supervillain named Night Eater. Awful name. And that he used some magic spell to make everyone believe he was really a superhero. Yes, we know how ridiculous that sounds. So in our universe, that did happen, except it wasn't the real Nightwatch, as the real Kevin Trench doesn't have magic or mind control powers. In Earth 7150, that magic spell, as well as the mind control, was caused by an alternate universe Kevin Trench named Night Eater. Oh, and the real Nightwatch that was killed by El Toro Negro and Polestar in the Great Game? That wasn't the real Nightwatch either. So, what happened to the real one who helped Spider-Man during the Maximum Carnage story and went on to save New York in his own adventures? One of our members, The Outsider, wrote a story to address all that. Search for Nightwatch, The Revelation over at fanfiction.com or at archiveofourown.org. Now, let's talk about the X-Men. Recent stories have most mutants residing at the living island of Krakoa, and anytime mutants die, the Five resurrects them as plant clones. Nope, we're not doing that. Never happened. In Earth 7150, the X-Men still live at or visit the Xavier Institute for the Gifted. We don't like the Krakoa storyline for a few reasons. It cheapens death, and it goes too far away from what made the X-Men and their splinter teams so popular in the first place. In Uncanny Avengers Volume 2, Issue 4, it was retconned that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were not related to Magneto, and that they were not mutants at all. Instead, they were experimented on by the High Evolutionary. Give me a break! Our community at Marvel Mods agree. No way we're accepting this nonsense. In our universe, Pietro and Wanda are still mutants, and they are indeed Magneto's kids. We know the only reason Marvel did this retcon is because Fox at the time owned the X-Men movie rights, but not these two characters. But Disney now owns the movie rights to the X-Men, so there's no real need to keep up this charade anymore. Another crazy retcon so that Dr. Moira McTaggart was a mutant the whole time, with reality warping reincarnation powers up to 10 or 11, as well as undetectable mutant genes. Through her lifetimes, she knows that mutants are essentially doomed, and that the philosophies of Professor X, Magneto, and Apocalypse are all destined to fail. You've got to be kidding me. Nope, never happened. In our universe, Moira is still a Nobel Prize-winning geneticist who is only human. She may get powers one day, but it won't be genetic. And what about characters from DC, Mortal Kombat, and various other IPs? Well, in Earth 7150, the Fantastic Four, S.H.I.E.L.D., the Exiles, Madam Web, and plenty of others have access to portal gateways or devices to get various members from place to place. This is how characters from another time, planet, or alternate dimension can appear, whether willingly or accidentally from the original reality or timeline. For my mods in particular, I write brief tales of how the characters I worked on appeared in this universe, and how they're playable in this reality, such as the Landra, Destiny, Abomination, the many Hulk versions, and more. Feel free to visit any of my mods at the forum to take a look at them. The Outsider wrote a small story as to how the Mortal Kombat warriors appeared, and even wrote small bios of the combatants meeting Marvel characters. See our video on the Mortal Kombat version of MUA, and visit our Mortal Kombat catalog at the forum to check that out. We at Marvel Mods liked Marvel as they were before the 2010 stories started happening, and high quality comics started coming out in fewer quantities than before. So when we create mods for everyone to use, we also create a universe that takes Marvel, and other non-Marvel IPs when applicable, back to their glory days, add what's cool, and ignore what isn't. Feel the same way? Then, say no to these absurd retcons and character assassinations. Come along and join us. Earth 7150 awaits you. We'd like to thank every single one of you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, well, why not check out some of our other content too? Feel free to leave comments down below, but please do try to keep it civil. If you want to experience any mods shown off in our videos, check out and join our community over at www.marvelmods.com or our official Discord server. Links are in the description. See you all next time.